Republican presidential candidate and former UN ambassador Nikki Haley hopes that she will be in those shoes come 2025. And she joins me now. Governor, good to have you with us. Good to have you here today.
Thanks so much, Martha, for having me. Thank you.
So this is obviously a very difficult situation. This is what the American people elect presidents to decide, because these decisions are so difficult. You have hundreds of Americans who are currently trapped in Gaza, and you have hostages, over 240 of them, including somewhere around 10 Americans who are down there as well. So how would you negotiate this with Israel in terms of the pauses that might be required in order to manage that situation? What would you do?
I think this is incredibly personal and should be personal for America. I mean, we've got, you had 33 Americans lives lost. You've got almost 20 hostages there. You've got other people that we're trying to get out of Gaza. Look, it's precision that we're trying to do. I know Israel well enough. I dealt with them for 2 years every day, and they want to save every single life. They want to bring every hostage home. And so America should be working with them on how to do that. But you don't do that with a pause. You do that by understanding what is the threat to the hostages and what is the threat to America. The threat to all of them is Iran. Iran is waving, their flag telling Hamas what to do. They told Hamas to go and kill 1,400 Jewish people. They're the ones telling Hamas what to do. We have to make sure Iran knows there will be hell to pay if they hurt any of our people. But I've also been there, and I've seen those tunnels. And, Martha, what makes this difficult is they could have those hostages in the tunnels. Mm-hmm. They could have the hostages somewhere else. But these tunnels are underneath schools. They're underneath hospitals. They're underneath civilian sites. And they do that because Hamas doesn't value life, and they know that America and Israel do value life. So I don't think we need to tell Israel to take a pause. We need to let Israel do what Israel needs to do, which is defeat and eliminate Hamas, because Hamas is going to come after us too. Iran is going to come after us, because don't forget, when they were dragging those naked bodies in the streets of Gaza, they were saying death to Israel, death to America.
So how do you respond? Because this is what the president is hearing as well and seeing. When you see body bags in the Palestinian territory, some of these are very small, these bags. They have children in them. What would you say to the American people as president when they push back and say, this is not our fight and there are children being killed on both sides? What would you say to them?
This is our fight. It became our fight when we had, 33 Americans die there on that day, October 7th. It is our fight because they took hostages. But this is what I'll tell you. Whether you see in these pro-Hamas rallies around the country, which makes me sick to my stomach, because you are really focusing, rallying, and supporting a group that says death to America. So, first of all, we don't support any violence whatsoever. And the fact that they're doing this on campuses is one thing. But the second thing is understand that Iran is doing this in conjunction with Russia and China. See this holy alliance for what it is. You've got China sending Iran billions of dollars by importing all of their oil. You've got Russia, basically, what did they do? Russia's first call wasn't to Netanyahu when this happened in Israel. Who did he call? He called Hamas and told them to come to Russia. And in turn, Hamas said that Russia was their greatest friend. So you have an unholy alliance of Russia, China, and Iran all agreeing on the fact that they don't want freedom anywhere, and they hate America. So we have to see this as personal. We have to understand that eliminating Hamas is a way to kick the knees out from Iran, and we've got to do that before they get to us, because we're acting like it's September 10th. And I'm telling you, America better remember what September 12th felt like, because we've got an open border and we've got terrorists that want to kill us, and we need to start acting like it.
Well, we heard that directly from the FBI director yesterday. He said that the threat level to the United States is at, quote, a whole nother level. And that's a chilling reality that I think Americans have to accept right now. So a number of Middle East experts are advising the president right now to hit strategic targets in Iran, to send the message there, to let Israel, in effect, handle the situation in Gaza, and the United States hit these very clear targets in Iran that will send a very clear message. Would you do that as president?
First of all, it's irresponsible that we've had almost 100 strikes during the Biden presidency on our military bases. As a wife of a combat veteran, one who is currently deployed and is very close to that area right now, and dealing with some of those issues, what I'll tell you is this tit for tat is not what you want to do. When these strikes happen, the first thing you do is you go and you take out wherever it was that the strike happened. You take out their supplies. You take out their infrastructure. You take out whatever allowed them the ability to strike the military base in the first place. That's what he should be doing, not just being reactionary.
All right,
he
Governor,
needs to
thank
lead.
you.
You hit him once, that's what makes a difference.
Thank you so much, Governor. I hope we can have a longer conversation very soon. We have Pat Ryder